Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia, and I am a psychic medium. I'm what's to be considered a no tools medium, meaning I don't need to use cards or pendulums or anything like that. I channel. I channel and communicate with the energy of those that have passed. I can channel the energy of people that are still here, places, objects, and I channel and communicate with my spirit guides, and I use my third eye. Okay, anything I say can be past, present, or future. It could deal with you, somebody close to you, maybe somebody you haven't met yet. Okay, all readings are timeless, so if it resonates with you, that's great. Take what you can from it, and then move on from it. Okay, if nothing is clicking or resonating, well, then maybe the reading is just not for you, or not for you at that time. Okay, and like I said, maybe it's not dealing with you directly. It could deal with somebody close to you, like I said, meaning someone you're in a relationship with. A family member, a friend, co-worker, neighbor, or maybe a past loved one, too. So, or just maybe it just hasn't happened yet. You haven't met that person yet, or the event hasn't happened yet. Okay, so take all that into consideration. Um, I am going to say this reading, it's not just for the collective. It's actually going to be focused or geared towards, put it that way. It's going to be geared towards my cousin Amber. She wanted me to do her reading, so I'm going to do that. Um, but if I start saying things that are actually resonating with you, then okay, then that will be for you. Okay. Um, and I will let you guys know. Oh man. I have been super stressed lately. I really have. Um, I'm just going to be honest, and I do apologize for the delay. Amber, with this reading, it's when I can't concentrate, and if I'm in a depressed state, very low vibration, I'm not going to be any good at doing what I do. And I like to be able to do this, to the best of my ability. I don't want to do it because somebody wants a reading. If I don't feel that I can do it, to its full capacity, then I'm not going to do it. And when I'm depressed and down and stressed out, that's not a good time for me to do it, because then a lot of stressed out, negative, depressed, whatever, just odd type energy, can come through and connect to me and channel, and I don't want that. I don't want a reading to be kind of off. Like I said, I like to be at my at my best in order to do my best. So I do apologize, but now is better than what it was. I've been I'm just hearing stress. And just to let any of you know that haven't watched me before, or, heard, um, with me channeling, it is energy channeling through me. So it'll either be spirit channeling through me, my spirit guides, so anything that I say, or everything that I say, is actually channeled. From the moment I hit record, everything is starting to be channeled, from that moment on. And it's my voice, but it's whatever energy is channeling through me, trying to get the message out. Okay. Um, so please, no nasty messages, or, things like that. And oh, this wasn't for me, and and da 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 da, or you said this and this didn't happen. And okay, number one, um, I am going to say this: I do pride myself on being pretty spot on when it comes to readings. If I ever do a reading for, like, a general reading for the collective, what do you think that means for the collective, for a whole? Okay. And that's why I say, if things resonate with you, okay, great. If not, then maybe it's just not for you, or not for you at that time. So and then also, don't rely solely on what I say. I've had a few people do that with me, and text me and message me every single day, asking me constant questions about every little thing that they're doing. And I will tell you, hey, you got to cut it out, man. Like, no, you have to learn to live your life, for yourself, and make your own choices and decisions, not just solely based off what I tell you. Okay. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't mind, giving people advice or letting them know stuff, if they have questions here and there. But all day, every day, that gets a bit daunting and a bit stressful. Okay. All right. I didn't pray yet, so yeah, I always pray. Hold on. Dear Lord God, please protect me with your white light of protection always. Please help me to clearly see, hear, feel, and know the messages I'm about to receive and give. My intention is to communicate with spirit, with my spirit guides, with angels, with energy, and to do a mediumship reading for Amber. Okay, my cousin Amber, and whoever else this resonates with. All right. So we're all protected. Yeah, I feel the energy off those. Man, my hand's starting to tingle like really quick. Yeah, I have malachite here. Of course, I have some amethyst. Quite a few amethysts here for some reason. I got a lapis lazuli. So, okay. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and get started since I prayed. We're going to start off with Amber. So that's what I'm going to be geared towards right now until, whatever. But that is my goal, my focus, is to do this reading for Amber. But if it resonates with anybody else, okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. Spirit guides, what do you want us to know? Oh, I will let you know here, and I'll turn it around and show you. I did do this little card spread real quick for her, just to kind of break the ice and get okay. See, all right, now here in the middle, sorry, I gotta fix these. Here in the middle we have the Queen of Hearts. Amber, that represents you. Okay. And then starting here is the present, and then going up and around, would be anything after the present, so going up to the future. Let me see. Diamonds is the same thing as pentacles, so it means prosperity and abundance. Spades means journey. Hearts is love, obviously, and clubs means worry. Okay, a king would represent a male figure, your age or older. Jack is a male figure, your age or younger. Queens represent a woman. Ace represents the ultimate to whatever, that the suit is, okay? And I believe that's it. So here, yeah, let's see. So starting here, and you can, pause this and screenshot it, whatever. So present. We got the ace, and then I'll explain them here in a second. Fix that. Okay, there we go. Sorry, okay, here I am. Hey, 2 seconds. All right. So, oh, maybe. Maybe. Okay, there we go. I apologize. Okay, so starting off with this, your present situation, I just heard go-getter and going to get that money. So I don't know if you have 1 job or 2 jobs. I just heard 2. So if you only have 1 right now, you'll get another one here shortly. A little bit of prosperity. I mean, 4 is not a really high number, but a little, it's like you're steady. Okay, right now it's just like steady prosperity, but we are coming into Christmas, and the new year. So, obviously, maybe there'll be some money gotten around Christmas time or something, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. Okay. Um, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're, you're going on a big journey, okay? Because 9 is a very high card. 10 would be the highest. But I'm hearing saving. Are you saving to go on a trip? Not necessarily a vacation, but a trip, if you're not now, you will start because there's some place that you've always wanted to go and you're going to get the opportunity to go and you're going to start saving. And I mean, if you're not already, I mean, but where you're going, I just heard like another country. What the hell? You ever wanted to go to Italy? Because I just heard Italy. Um, Almost, have you ever seen the movie Under the Tuscan Sun? Because they're referencing that movie almost like, okay, it's a journey. I mean, because you're going to be going on a trip, but it's also a journey during the same time of like self-discovery and reawakening is what I heard. I'm hearing you're very open-minded, is what I'm hearing, very open-minded. And so you're open to like new ideas and new things and wanting to try new things because you're kind of just bored with the mundane, is what I just heard. Um, Bored with the same shit, basically, the same stuff day after day after day. It's like nothing ever changes, and kind of bored with life right now, and don't take that the wrong way, but, it's just, you just want something. It's like, there's something more out there, something more exciting, and you don't even know what, but you just know that you want to go do something. And you, like I said, you don't even know what, but you just want to go do something. And except for what you're doing right now, because it's just, you're bored out of your mind. It's what I'm hearing. It's like you do things just because you have to, I mean, you do this job or you work that because you have to pay for this or do that, and you do what you can to like kind of survive. And but I'm keep hearing saving. Like I don't know if you're already saving, because that's what I heard. You've been saving, and almost like you don't know what you're saving for. I don't know if you've ever wanted to go to Italy. Maybe take my advice and go there, I mean, obviously there's a lot to see there, but it's not about sightseeing. It's about the people and the culture and um, just how they are to one another, over in Europe and different countries, people treat people differently over there, and are differently, towards each other, and honestly are more caring and compassionate and loving, you know. They understand what it means to be hospitable and, lend a hand and, people jump in and help out if need be. And there's no questions asked. That's just what they do because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be a pure good-hearted person and, do for those who can't do for themselves or don't have the means to do for themselves, and not ask anything in return. And, it's about family and being together, and they're nice to each other, and they respect each other. And it's just completely different. It's not just Europe, but I mean, all other countries, I mean, are very much similar when it comes to things like that. as compared to us, in the US. And that's one thing that I believe that we need to try to move towards, and help one another to help move towards that too, with but that comes with healing. It comes with self-healing, you know what I mean? Because we can't help others if we're not healed, and if we don't help ourselves first. So, but we need to, like, sometimes we can just be just nasty people, and I don't mean you. I just mean, just us, period. Just how we talk to each other and treat each other, and the way things are run over here is just ridiculous. We are the most unhealthy in every single way, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, people on the freaking planet. We got to start shifting. We really do, guys. And I'm not sure, if you're religious or spiritual there, Amber, or I just heard kind of up in the air about some things. We're not going to get into that. You believe what you believe. And I'm just hearing, yeah, you're just very open-minded, and you're being open more now to, and maybe looking into like the metaphysics and things like that, and it's very, very wide, very broad. There's a lot to learn, and it's very interesting, all the stuff that metaphysics covers, if you haven't started looking into and studying, maybe try that. I don't know if you've ever gone to school or thought about it, but I'm hearing maybe you should. I just heard the name Frank, and then Bank or Banco. Okay, let me finish these cards real quick. Okay, going on a journey. But then, right after that, okay, because we have the little bit of stuff at Christmas time, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, and that's 13 also. 8, 13. Which is 4. But this is 1. Anyhow, ultimate prosperity right here. Okay. And then we have very high prosperity there. So a little bit around Christmas time, but, after that, after the first of the year, so from January, okay, and then we've got March, and then October. But definitely, come the first of the year, 2025, period. But come the first of the year, January, right here. You're... Do you have an insurance policy? Because I just heard insurance policy and cashing it in. Now, I'm not telling you to do that, but that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if you actually have an insurance policy, out on yourself or whatever, but I know there are some policies out there where you can cash them in prior to, someone passing, if you need like a loan or, some money if you're on hard times. I just heard do it and go for it, because if you're low on money, or really wanting to do something and just don't have the means and funds, and it's going to take you too long to save, and it's something you feel that you really need to do to like improve yourself, your mental health and emotional health and spiritual health, physical health, do it, go for it. I mean, I guess that's what it's there for. If we weren't to do it, then they wouldn't give that option. Okay. Prosperity, another little journey come March. You're going somewhere in March. March, September, August, and May. Okay, hold on. March, May, August, September. are months for journey. So that could be either traveling or self-discovery. Okay. But I feel this whole next year will be a year of working on yourself. Man, that pin went out. Working on yourself. There's a man your age or older that's worried about you. I'm not sure if you're still married. Are you married? Because I'm hearing like husband is the one that's worried. With all these newfound ideas that you're going to be coming into and like wanting to do, that's what I'm being told. He's, if you have a boyfriend or husband, he's going to be worried that on this new journey of self that you're going to kind of, he's going to feel like you don't love him, or you've stopped loving him, or, you know, going to think that you're out there doing something, but when in reality you're just working on yourself and you're paying attention to yourself and loving yourself more and giving yourself like self-care and things like that, you know. And it's not even, you're not even going to be like really thinking about like not paying attention to something, because you're just kind of, you know, tunnel vision, focused on what you're doing and just enjoying life and enjoying learning about yourself and discovering new things. Okay. But I'm hearing there's going to be some worry, you know. It's not going to cause any huge rifts or anything like that, but the man is going to think that, you know, you're falling out of love is what I just heard. So just make sure, like, during whatever period of time, you know, whenever you start working on yourself, just remember, you know, that I said this, and give the man reassurance, you know, that everything's okay, and, you know, fill him in on what you're doing. And if you have a significant other, fill him in on what you're doing, and, you know, just let him know, you know, this is something I need to do for myself, because it's a spiritual awakening is what it is, and which is good. And, you know, when we go through our spiritual awakening, it is something to be gone through alone, you know, and because you need to learn about yourself, you need to grow by yourself, and you need to learn to love yourself unconditionally, you know. Nobody can do that for you, and nobody can help you do that, you know, only you. It's supposed to be between you and source, which is God. So, okay. So that's it on the cards. I mean, it's just basically, yeah, you're coming into some money, like big time money somehow. And I'm hearing about insurance policies. You're going to be traveling. You're also going to be doing the journey of self discovery, and not many people involved here. Your romance is going to spark up a little bit more in March and August, but that's it. See, that's 13. What does the number 13 mean to you? Because 13 is equaled in every single thing. 13 and 16. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 9 plus 4 is 13. 10 plus 3 is 13. 5 plus 3 is 13. And then we've got 8 and 8, which is 16, and then 10 and 6, which is 16. So the numbers 13 and 16, I don't know what 13 and 16 mean to you, but if you're into numerology, you can either take it as 13 or break it down to 4, or 16 and break it down to 7. Because numerology, you break it down to a single digit. So we've got either 4, 7, 13, or 16. Or I'll say 13, 16, 4, or 7. Okay? But right here for the cards, it's the numbers 13 and 16, especially 13, okay? So those are, I don't know if they're of significance. maybe a birthday or anniversary or something. Um, who's Butch? And then I just heard Cassidy, like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I'm not sure what that meant. Like somebody, um, Butch. Was that your dad? See, now don't get me wrong here, because I don't really know that side of my family. My dad's side, I never did. And I mean, my dad has passed away also, but and I only saw him 5, maybe 6 times throughout my entire life before he passed away. And he passed away when I was 19. Butch was his brother, and then so that would have been my uncle. Was that your dad? Is he the one that passed away in Arizona? I'm seeing a lot of bruising. Like, did he get beat up? Or, I mean, did something happen? Because I'm seeing, like, bruises, like, all over his body. Like, almost like, and then some bed sores, and then, but bruising, like, on his face, like he got hit or something. I mean, what was going on? I mean, because I don't even know what he passed away from. Um, there was my dad. His name was Dennis. And then Butch, I think, was your dad. And then Pork. And see, I don't even know his real name. Pork. And then there was Diane. Vicky. And then who's the other one? Diane. I forget the other woman's name. See, that's pretty big, and that would have been my aunt. And then had Anne, which was my grandma then. I guess yours too. I didn't hardly know her either. And then the grandpa, his name was Kermit, went by Gus. There was Chrissy. My dad and Chrissy are together. I just heard Butch is here. That's what I heard. Butch is here. I mean, who went like this a lot? Like, almost like, I'm telling you, I'm da da da. Somebody like did like this and talked like this. And I mean, it's him. It's the Butch guy. I mean, that's what. But what's up with the bruising? And I'm seeing like tubes like going down the throat and in the mouth, like a machine, like hooked to a machine. I'm just hearing terrible pain, broken bones. I don't know if there was a collapsed lung. Something about kidneys and kidney failure. Did he have an oversized liver? Or something with the liver? Because I heard oversized liver, and then I heard him say, damn, you man, I wish I would have quit drinking sooner, or and then I'm seeing like choking, almost with that the tube thing going down his. mouth and in his throat, like choking, like on it, like he woke up and realized that that was in and was choking because he felt like he was suffocating. Who was left-handed? And I heard southpaw, which was a left-handed person. Um, and then I'm seeing cards, like dealing, gambling. His savings. Did he have a savings? I heard spent my savings 2 or 3 times. Then I heard Vegas. He said he had a. Did somebody have a gambling problem? Did he have abilities? Like, was it widely known? Because if it wasn't taught, he did. And a lot of people mistook it for like him being crazy, like, and how he spoke and the things he talked about. I don't know if he was eccentric, or somebody he was with was eccentric, but he had abilities. He was psychic. He knew things, and I just heard that's why I lost all my money in Vegas. Um, yeah, honestly, I agree. I agree because, in my opinion, and he just said it himself, that is not the reason for us to have the abilities, to go and get as rich as we can. And that's what he was trying to do. He thought he was going to use his abilities for gambling. And he said my intentions weren't in the right. He said they were, but yet they weren't. He said my intentions were in the right place, but how I went about it was completely wrong. And he said, I lied. He lied about his problem and lied about where he was going and what he was doing. Um, he said lottery. I guess he played a lot of lottery, scratch offs, and lottery. He said it was worse than being a drug addict. The lottery, he was so hell bent on winning. Apparently, he won a decent amount at one point. Did he ever hide money? Because that's what I'm hearing. Money hidden. Maybe check up on him too. I mean, I know it's been quite a few years, but insurance policies, in regards to him, maybe there was one that you didn't know about, or just look into it. It is what I'm hearing, okay? And then money hidden. I'm not sure where he was living. He hid money, like, and he forgot about it. I mean, so he's like telling me now, like in the walls. He hid money in the walls. Because apparently there came a time where he was gambling, but he was using whatever abilities he has, to do this whole gambling thing, and he was winning money. Okay, but then he started getting greedy, is what I heard. He was getting greedy and not doing the right things with it. Um, he was lying about it. He wasn't telling people that he had it or had won. And so then he started losing. And then I think he lost pretty big a couple times, is what I'm hearing. Lost everything, is what he said. Lost everything. 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 Like everything out of the accounts. Like everything. To where we're not coming back home. Twice. He said twice. He said once I even pretended like I had amnesia. What? He said that was terrible. That was terrible. He said I could come up with some zingers. That's what he said. Some big whoppers. That's where my brother gets it from then. Who's Betty? Betty. And then I heard the name Monica. Betty Ford Clinic? Did he ever check himself into the Betty Ford Clinic? Like a rehab, or he checked himself into someplace like that. I heard Betty Ford Clinic, pretending like he had an alcohol problem, but he had a gambling problem. But he didn't want people to know he had a gambling problem. So he hid that by going to rehab for alcohol, so he could make people think that he was an alcoholic, because he said, I didn't have an issue with that. I could not drink. That was fine. And then people still wouldn't know about his problem. Oh my God. Pudding. What about pudding? Did he like pudding and pistachios? His favorite color is green. $41, 6, 13. That's a combination to something. 41, 6, 13. Write that down. Remember that. I don't know if there's a combination, a padlock to something, and it maybe if whatever he's got hidden somewhere has a log on. 41, 6, 13. In the walls and in the beams is what I heard. Do you have a dog and a cat? Did you have a dog just pass away? Or a dog that has passed away? Oh, was it a mutt? Because that's what I heard. Oh, this damn mutt. Like, if you had a dog that passed away, there's the Butch is with a dog, a little dog. They're all together. You've got the Butch. God, what is her name? Dolores. There was Dolores, Diane. Which one passed away? Because they're there. There's Butch. There's her. Would that be Diane? There's the Grandma Augustus, Anne, and the Kermit, my dad, my sister, and Butch. They're all there. It's weird. It's like I'm looking at them looking at me. It's like they're all standing there, like, looking at me. From I don't know where. And Chrissy's waving. Was Chrissy favored, you know, by people on that side, by the uncles? And I just heard she was a favorite. Remember me saying this, okay? I just heard her say someone from my family on this side had her pretend that she was me and sign or forge my signature for something. It had to do with money. If I bring anything like that up around here, I won't have a place to live. So, look into that for me, please, as best as you can. And then I'm just hearing, I'm so sorry, Alicia, I'm so sorry. They made me do it. They made me do it. They gave me money and I needed it. They knew I needed money. My mother. And God will forgive me, but she's an evil person. She's a miserable, evil person. Especially when it comes to me. Look into that for me, please. If you can, one way or another. I just heard dig, 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 investigate. They said, put your nosiness and being a busybody to good use. Are you a gossiper? I don't know if you are. I mean, yeah, I mean, we've never hung out and like, I don't know much about you, but I'm hearing, and so I heard gossiper and it knows everything about everybody. I mean, and that's okay, you know. Find something out in regards to insurance policies, money. If people left money for people, if people had insurance policies taken out on me, cashed them in, something. The minute I ever start looking into something or finding something out, somehow, some way, there's always new charges always end up coming about somehow, and I end up with no place to live or stay, and I end up in jail. So be my little private investigator and help us figure this out. I imagine there'd be enough money to share. But remember the numbers 41, 6, and 13. God, my leg is asleep. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh, my whole foot is asleep. Oh, man. And I know this is weird. I'm going to, I mean, because, I mean, you can't even, like, see what the hell I write. I can't even understand. Look, and it's all, that's crazy. Who collects lighters? Zippos. Who picks her lip? Because I've been picking my lip this whole time. Somebody picks her lip. Picks it or bites it. And someone constantly put on chapstick. Do you feel alone? Almost like an outsider. Outcast. Like you didn't belong. Like you're part of the family but didn't feel like part of the family? I don't know. I feel that way about me on this side. I mean, I really don't feel that way about my dad's side, because I really didn't know them. So I can't really feel like, oh, yeah, I feel like an outsider to them because, I mean, I was never around them. So I can't feel like an outsider, because I don't know them. But here, knowing my mom's side of the family and all that, I mean, yeah, I was always the black sheep and me and my brother, but mainly me. And even though I was my mammal's favorite, and but even with my mom, I've been kind of shunned or outcast or and blacklisted and and made to look like I'm crazy or lying or fucked up or something. And I have a feeling that, I mean, for many, many years, she has been giving people a totally wrong impression about me. I will say this, that woman doesn't know anything really about me. My own mother, she doesn't understand what it is that I do, what I'm capable of doing. She doesn't listen. She doesn't want to listen to me. She doesn't even want to hear my voice. She can't stand it. Anytime I talk, she like goes like this, like I'll say two words and she acts like I'm screaming and hollering or like going on and on. She can't stand me. And it's fucking sad. Sad and pathetic. Why are you lonely? Who are you missing? I just heard from your family, almost like all of them in unison, like it's like you're sad or and lonely and sad. It's almost like you lost your best friend. Why? But you're lonely and bored with life. You feel like you have no meaning, no purpose. If you've been sitting around wondering what your purpose is, like feeling like what you're not good enough and the things that you've done, it's just been kind of like, yeah, whatever, just to get by. Nothing to really talk about or brag about or, oh yeah, guess what? Da, 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 da. No. I mean, do you feel like your life has been like lackluster? You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm just hearing like feeling like somebody feels like they're not worthy of even doing like anything exciting or great or worth talking about. Um, Somebody's just accepted the fact that, yep, this is it. I'm bored, I'm lonely, and this is all it's going to be. And yeah, that's all it's going to be if that's what you allow it to be. And if you're in that mindset, no, if you get a different mindset and be like, no, I know I'm meant for greater things, and I know I'm meant to do this, and I want to figure out my life purpose, or I know my life purpose, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And then make a plan, make your goals in a plan, and start putting it into motion, one little step at a time, one little goal at a time. Don't put too much on your plate. That's what I heard too. Don't put too much on your plate. Um, you get overwhelmed easy, but you just don't say anything. You're one of those, I'm hearing, that even though you're overwhelmed, no, I'm fine. Oh, I've got it. I've got it. And no one ever knows any different. But inside, mentally, no, I mean, it's like, oh my God, like you're going crazy, like in your mind, like, oh my God, why did I say I was okay? And I can't handle this. And I can't believe I'm doing this to myself. And, um, but nobody would ever know. I mean, you hide it extremely well. Nobody knows, I guess, what you're really feeling inside, and have for years, is what I'm hearing. I don't know. I just saw people clapping and then taking a bow, like, yeah, good job, like I got that right or something. Like no one's ever said anything to you because nobody's ever known or something. Like there's a lot that you have kept inside, a lot. Um, I'm hearing that you haven't really grieved properly, over people passing, over things that have happened, whether relationship wise, friend wise. You omit the truth. You hide what you're really feeling. Why do you feel like you have to keep it all together, or exude, or like show to everyone that you're okay all the time? I mean, it's okay to like you're not going to seem weak, or no one's going to think that you're weak if you cry, or if you fail at something or don't do well at something, but I'm hearing that you're also like terribly hard on yourself, like really hard on yourself. And that's the main thing right there. Like, and then with letting your dad down, like I'm hearing you're so afraid of like letting him down, like, and now I'm also hearing that he feels like he let you down in many ways. And he's saying, I'm sorry, and I love you and I'm sorry. And he said, I'm sorry that I didn't show love correctly in the way that I should have shown it to you. Did he put other women ahead of you? Because he's apologizing for that too. Girlfriends or wives or girlfriends or something like. Did you not get paid too much attention? Were you lonely as a kid too? Like, was he not around that much? I mean, the man is crying now. He's sitting there with his head like that and just crying and sobbing. And he said, no, no, I wasn't. He said, I didn't play that role very well. Father figure. Somebody have Alzheimer's? I'm hearing Alzheimer's. Somebody. Like real Alzheimer's. Somebody really had Alzheimer's and nobody knew about that. If your dad was with a woman before his passing or prior to his passing, he's saying now she doesn't know about the money. It's never been found. That's what he said. It's never been found. $41,613. Just remember that. It looked weird there for a minute. Again, with in the walls. What else did I say? In the walls, in the beams, walls, beams, and then obviously there's a padlock to it, a safe or something. It's locked in something, some kind of box with this lock on it, but there's money. There's also, I'm hearing insurance policy. You need to look into this stuff. Who's Tim or Timmy? I heard Veronica, Vanessa, Casey. I don't know if any of those names, just every single one of those names just came through. Who had back issues? Like with their spine. My spine's starting to hurt. Again with the kidneys. Who needed dialysis and didn't get it? That's what I'm hearing. I just heard stamp and seal of approval. Stamped seal of approval. Who's... My dad's oldest son, they just said Denny's oldest son was a con artist, is a con artist. He's scamming people out of money. Or did, or something. Yeah, my dad had kids before he had me and my brother, and ended up signing over his rights to them, and whoever their dad was at the time, ended up adopting them, so they had that last name. But I guess that Denny Jr., I guess he had a terrible time. I guess that guy beat him and was abusive and stuff like that. So, I mean, I feel really bad, but he's been to prison and had issues and stuff like that. But, yeah, he's just kind of a lost individual. Do you play with your hair a lot? That's what I'm hearing. either you play with your hair a lot, or you like it when people play with your hair or brush your hair. I don't know what the other thing is. It's getting very cold in here. Very cold. I feel like there's somebody behind me. I wonder if I can take a picture. My back is extremely cold, like all of a sudden. So I'm taking pictures. I'm going to lean to the side. I feel like they're all around me right now. Yeah, I'll check out these pictures and stuff and enhance them, and then see. I mean, I'm freezing all of a sudden. I mean, I'm freezing cold. It's almost like I'm standing outside and in the winter, and cold wind is blowing on me. That's what it feels like right now. Yeah. You know, just different things to, man. Did you used to wear your hair in pigtails? And then I just heard like your hair's half done. Like, did you start to do something to your hair and then quit or something? Or that's what I heard, like your hair's half done. I don't know what that means. Like you started to do something to your hair and then quit. So your hair's half done. I don't know. As for right now, that's... God, I'm freezing. This is crazy. I'm hearing you need to take what you can from what I've said thus far, and even though it may not seem like that much, what I said was an awful lot. Very important things, put it that way. They said you need to focus. You need to focus on yourself. Get yourself better. They said, you know what I mean? Or you know what they mean. Be happy again, is what I heard. Be happy. Grieve. They said, it's okay to grieve. You don't allow yourself to grieve either. Not properly. Take the time to grieve. They said, stop being mad. Stop being angry at everybody. Stop blaming everybody. And then I just heard him say, who cares if they didn't come see me? Who cares if nobody posted about my passing? They weren't important to me. He said the people that were important to me were there. You were there. You were there. He said, stop worrying about everybody else. Worry about yourself. He said, you ask so many questions. You ask so many questions. Even just to yourself. He said, now take the information that I gave you and start asking the questions to the right people. The right questions to the right people. Dig, dig, dig. That's all I keep hearing. Dig, dig, dig. Find out, find out, find out. Maybe you should be like a private investigator. But look into all the stuff that I said, okay? We can do this again another time, but they're drawing back, and he said, bye, have fun. They said, have fun with it. And just go with it. Just roll with it. And he said, one of these times, you'll find stuff and you won't even be looking. And you won't even realize that that's part of something. He hid a lot of stuff. He has a lot of stuff hidden somewhere. Damn. I heard guest house. Guest house, in-law house, or in-law suite, or something. There was an extra house. And then I heard shed slash garage, but it was made into something. I don't know. And then I heard start there. You'll figure it out. That's what I was just told. You'll figure it out. Like, it's like a scavenger hunt, okay? So look into all the stuff I said to you, and then if you can, try to look into that stuff for me, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna go. So I hope this was okay. Let me know about everything, okay? If things resonated right now, okay. If not, we'll figure it out. If you don't figure it out, maybe we'll figure it out together. So I'm glad I got to do this, and thank you for allowing me to do this. And get a hold of me, anytime. So we are cousins, and I don't even know you, So peace, love, and light. You have a good evening. Bye.